I speculate that if I meditate enough, I will levitate up. She made a promise at the bus stop bench she couldn't keep. I promise not to sleep. This is not an accident. Things like this can happen. This is what happens when insomniacs dream. Feel free to feel free. You feel me? See, I feel that way a lot. I feel like I've gotten a lot out of jotting my thoughts down over the years. And see, some of my friends and peers might lend their ears and then raise their beers and then say cheers to me because of the way that I fearlessly feel free to feel free. There's a mission on my mind, and on my fishing line is never a light load. Feels like I might explode any minute. There's a fire that grows under my ass and I lit it. This is my life and I live it to the highest of the high limits. Thoughts written on scrolls and slates, but with a broken paper made, help me to relate and escape from my own self-hate. Spitting vocals, but on a broken tape. I guess to never be heard is my absurd fate. You see, success never remains. It's like I'm flying through rain, but with a stain on my gold cape. And no dough translates to no cake. Unique enough to make the mold break. One of a kind like a snowflake. But I'm running from my problems till my toes ache. Broken mental state, susceptible to the scold of a snake. I've succumbed to rummaging for crumbs on an oval plate. Emotionless, no trace. Hopeless, ready to fold and break. But hold up, wait. See, that's why I read over the notes that I take to help me focus on my ascension rate. Because even though the tension is great, I'm holding the key to a broken gate, and in the dark it's hard to locate. And so I switch up the whole pace. I recreate and elevate. And I'm like, underdeveloped thoughts get lost in a sinking boat. Float or sink on the brink of sinking, thinking most of my thoughts might get lost in oceans of blue ink. So I let my thoughts loose on a roller rink and ask you what you think. Brand new. Brand spanking new. Dealt a new hand. Feeling like a brand new man on the top of a hill looking over the old land that I once ran from. But now I stand as one. Stand up, stand tall, stand still, stand above. I'm like this close to understanding love. Love. Fizzle or sizzle, regret or forget. Persist or resist, this is the best feeling yet. Clarity. It becomes clear as it gets near. No longer critical, strong stride, arrive at the pinnacle. The peak. I've been given a little bit of a peek at the incline, and now the future doesn't seem that steep. Close enough to see its texture. Texture tough. I put a solid scuff on the smooth surface of fear. Now what must I do? I must persevere and claim what is mine, 2 steps at a time, 1 step away, but even one successful day can push the stress away. It's like a plan that's well executed, a fact that is never refuted. Whatever's clever, I'm forever rooted in a good mood. Now, how did I do it? Well, I learned that life is a lesson. It's a collection of lessons to learn from. And the first lesson that I learned is that learning is never done. And this is a permanent one. It's like I'm on the brink of something big, something huge, gigantic, romantic, planted in fertile soil. Something too big to wrap my arms around. I think I finally found oil. Loyal to change. Life is more than a game. Life is a bitch. Yeah, well, some people say this, but really, life is what you make it. So face it, embrace it, and make the positive switch. I realized this, and I thought of this poem. It's a brand new poem, but foolish of me to think that even ink could properly convey what I say and I think. So I never even wrote this poem down. No longer bound, no longer in the background. Feeling used used to be true. Feeling abused used to be true. I used to feel used, but now I feel brand new. I said I used to feel used, but now I feel brand new. See, I've manifested everything I ever needed and a few things that I didn't. And if you think that I'm kidding, well, then you need to listen to the point, because the point is the point where you're needed. The point is to see it. Man, I've been tested by every lesson I ever needed. And you can bet that I heeded the message I was receiving. So then I put it into practice, and now I practice what I'm preaching. Man, I've invested so much time, money, and energy into manifesting every piece of passion that ever entered me. I just happened to call it poetry. Somewhat of a celebrity locally, but honestly, I just want to go and see what else is out there. You know, I just want to go everywhere and stay there. You see, the crown I wear is invisible, like the invisible mic in front of my face at all times. I'll manifest it all through the mind. I'll manifest it all in due time. Love is a risk. Do it anyway. Life is a gift. You get it every day. And love is a gift. Give it away. And life is a trip. You might trip along the way. It's all a game until the day you fall in love. Well, you'll never fall in love if you keep playing games. You see, the rules aren't the same in the game of love, because in the game of love, your heart doesn't care what your brain does. And where does love go when you and your ex break up and you're depressed after the breakup, and so you and your ex make up? Now play the game, but don't let the game play you. Abide by the game's rules. Everybody plays the fool. It's a singles game, but married people play it too. You could fall into false love and say that it's true. They say that love is blind, and with your eyes closed, you can say that too. It's up to you. Looking in the mirror of life, it feels like I'm literally facing a little-known relation between the vivid pace of war littering the nation and being forced into fornication. Now, I don't endorse hating, and I'm all for war abating, but according to the ratings, the portrait that they're painting is the source, of course, debating. But of course, my voice is hoarse and my force is waning. Forced into waiting at the door, anticipating, but what for? I'm not sure. This is war. Warning, up and coming, sudden subject changing. Life is money, money's for the taking. So give me a buck, give me a break. Nah, a break is a fine. You want some free time? Get in line. Get into a single file line and quit complaining. Forced into taking time. Abortion is a stork escaping sign. Sharp words make for a scathing rhyme. And we're living tortured in a tainted time. So I stop and take a break in break time. It's break time. Psych, it's work time. I'm on the work grind. Beast mode. Sensory overload. I have mixed feelings about everything. I convince the voice in my head to sing. In the winter and the spring. I can do anything. I could do anything. I could do anything. Brand new. Brand spanking new. Go with what you feel like as long as it feels right. Life is an option. I hope you opt for a good one. Instill the intricate. Listen to it. Give it a minute. Put it in the mix. See if it fits or if it doesn't. You thought it was when it wasn't, or you thought it wasn't when it was. I heard the talking and the buzzing, but they wasn't saying nothing. So my name is Renda Writer. I'm currently available for both spoken word poetry bookings and mural bookings, and both together. Picture me doing this on your stage at your theater. RendaWriter.com. Instagram, Renda Writer. Good, man. I'm real good. Let's get on the wall now. So check out RendaWriter.com and email me, Renda@RendaWriter.com. I could do a mural at your home, your business, or your school. I could do live art at your event. I could do spoken word poetry at your event. I could do a mix of all these things. I could do a custom canvas for you. I could do a mural where I incorporate the names of your family into the mural. I can customize it to that level. I travel everywhere. I'm affordable, punctual, professional, creative, and easy to deal with. Check out my Google business profile, 150 5-star reviews.